Hey, what's up guys? I want to say thanks again. This is going to be our first video in March, so I have to thank you for your support. I really do appreciate it. And right now, I actually just finished the Magneto figure, so I don't have him to show you. He'll either already be on the channel in his final form, or he'll be up there soon. And then I'm still waiting on the Venom head, though that is done and on its way back to me, so that'll be getting done soon. I have a little bit more progress on this guy. I've just been tinkering around, getting that belt worked out. So we have just a little bit more detail on the belt. We have a front piece here and this little piece down here. Then the back piece, I added a butt flap for armor. We're going to need a butt flap of armor. It's always a good thing to have an armored butt flap. So that's there. The belt's, obviously it's not done, but we're working on that. Added a couple of little pieces up here just to give some more detail. And you may not believe me, but you'll see adding things like this, it looks like it's nothing in this form, but once it's painted up and it has the silver and the black and everything, it's going to look nice. It's going to give them a little bit of extra detail. It'll look like it's an actual bit of armor that's been cobbled together, which is kind of the look I'm going for. The other version of this guy, where he had just the half purple situation going on, where he was still kind of angelic, but kind of like a fallen angel demon type character, he still had this kind of regal looking armor. And for this guy, I wanted to look a whole lot more cobbled. Kind of like, think about it this way. Think about the Lord of the Rings, the orcs. Their armor was very just straps and chunks and things like that, not very organized looking, whereas the other guys had all this fancy regal armor. That's what I'm going for with this guy, and I think it's going to take shape once I get it all painted and all the straps are on there and all the spikes, and he's still going to have that weird chain thing going on with the back, so I think it's going to come together. I'm curious what you guys think, and of course, Joshua, since this is your figure, you can let me know what you think, but you've already told me so far that you like it a whole bunch, so I'm curious if you're still digging it as I'm adding more of these straps and plates and things. And he's coming along. He's going to be ready for paint very soon, so stick around, it'll be there. We're getting there. And then Spawn, we actually made quite a bit of progress on Spawn. So I'm almost done with the pouches. I added the base layer for the pouches, and I sculpted those all out with the wrinkles and stuff. And then I did the other layer, which is the top flap for the pouch, actually. And then I just have to put one more little, like, strappy buckle thing for each one. And then the pouches are all done, so that's pretty much there. I've drilled a bunch of holes in all of the armor so that I can insert the spikes. Hopefully, I'm not sure if I'm going to use every single one of them. We'll see. But I've got both of the arm things done. The forearm thing's done now. The shin thing is ready to go. This one, man, that's going to be a ton of spikes. We'll see. I may not use every single one and just fill them back in. I don't know. Oh, I didn't have the hands to show you before. So I have the hands. I have these, and then I have the green fist hands. And I'm also going to have hands that can hold guns because he needs that. So they all have the red strap plus some spikes in there. That's going to be a total not fun thing to do. We'll see. And then I mentioned this piece before, so I wanted to show you now that I have it pretty much done other than the spikes. So that's the forearm piece that can move around with the hand like I told you about. And then of course you can pop that piece off, this piece, so that you can actually swap out the hands. And that's just going to be held on by that magnet. And this piece has a large lip on it in the front between my two fingers, and that way it'll hold it in place. You won't even be able to tell it's a separate piece while it's on, but it is, so that the hands can be swapped out. And now he's got that little spiky thing and some more spikes up here, and that's that. And then the head. I have the head situated now. So firstly, I had to fill the neck with my sculpting stuff, and this is the Knead-A-Tight green stuff. It's a little more plasticky and a little bit less, well, it's not really ceramic, but this stuff's slightly more brittle. This is much better for receiving a peg. So I filled the neck hole, and I put the peg in where I wanted it, and I did the same thing for the head. So there's a ball hinge with a peg going up and a peg going down. So that's going to keep the head where I want it, and now I just have to resculpt the neck area around that green stuff, and then the head is seated much better than it used to be on the Venom. We still have this weird neck situation, but it'll look better once I fill it in on the front some. He's got this really bulky trap area because of how crappy the original sculpt was. I can't do anything about that, but when I fill in the front, it's going to look a whole lot better. Plus, he's going to have a cape, so that'll hide it some too. So that's the progress on Spawn. I'm very happy with how it's going so far. I know it looks right now a little bit weird, like the head's too small, and I think once it's all put together, you guys are going to like it. I think that's the idea anyway, and if I have to, I'll make a bigger head. But I think this one's going to be good because we want that hero/villain look of like 8 heads tall. That's generally the most stylized you want to get is 8 heads tall. Generally, I prefer 7.5, but let's see. This head is just shy of 1 inch, and Oh, wow. So that's even better than I thought. And he's not even quite 7 inches tall. So we're not even close to the 8 heads tall thing. So I think we're pretty good there, size-wise. Once it's all sculpted out, it should be good. So there it is, guys. Thanks again for the support. Let me know what you think about the progress so far, and I will see you guys in video 2 for March.